This is the Runescape Bestiary, the complete list of monsters found in Runescape, whether big or small. And there is one man who is taking it all on, and that man is the Bestiary boy. Starting from the lowest levels, we'll be working our way up the list, getting all requirements we need along the way, and eventually making it to the final goal. Welcome to Besting the Bestiary. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 20 of Besting the Bestiary. Last episode we completed combat bracket 33 and we move on from there. If you want to catch up on the series, check out the playlist in the description and in the top right. Let's get started. So we're actually going to start this video with a quick callback to the last episode where we couldn't get the skeletal miners to pop up. But I did say that we would keep trying, so here we are. Now the skeletons are in a different spot to my last video for some reason, but that doesn't change what they are. Someone commented on the last video and suggested to pick up the pickaxe nearby and they will come to life, and unfortunately that hasn't done anything. Well, that kind of sucks. I guess I'm just gonna hang out here for a little while until I think I've spent enough time here and maybe they come alive. And oh shit, we've done it. Okay, so that comment was actually correct. It was just a bit different to what I thought it was. So let's just take this guy out. Yeah, so I just needed to pick up this steel pickaxe, and let me pick up some other stuff just to see if anything else comes to life. I'm sorry, I can't quite remember your name off the top of my head, because I did read that comment a few weeks ago at the point of me making this clip, so I'll just slap it up on the screen, but you were in fact right. So as you can see, that's the spot where I was just a few minutes ago. And to get to this spot, you just need to kind of walk through and come around the back. You can see the main entrance is just over there on the other side. But yeah, big shout outs. Let's tick that off and actually get into the meat of the video. Our journey today starts in the stronghold of security level 2. We're taking on some zombies. There are actually 3 different variants to these guys, so let's just take them all out real quick. Next up, we're taking out a dwarf gang member. There's 3 of them in the dwarf mountain, but I only need to take out one of them because the other 2 are too high a level. And for some reason, the other 2 don't even help their gang, so no. Now, we have made our way to Jigig to take on both the Skogers and the Zogers. According to what I can see on the wiki, there are no other specified variants of the Skoger, but there are 10 different images of the Zogers, but a few of them seem to be duplicates of the others, and I can't tell the physical difference of the variants. So basically, from what I've gathered, there are 5 different types of Zogers, even though there's 10 images. And after also quickly looking through Jigig, I've actually found 2 different types of Skogers, being the regular ones, and then there's ones that hit the drums. And there we go. Jeez, those things take ages to kill with Crumble Undead. But we also do have a few of the Ogre Coffin keys, so I'm just gonna go and open them up right now. And nothing really too exciting gained from these, but you know, at least we opened them. Next up is the Guard Dog, so we're just going to safe spot these bad boys who are in the mansion here in Artie. Following that, we are taking on a jungle spider. Luckily these guys don't poison, so don't have to worry about that. So here we go with those. Now, this brings us to the last thing we can currently do in this combat bracket, the Guard Dog from the construction skill. In order to get the Guard Dog, we need 74 construction, and it will also be costing me 75k just for the build itself, not including the extras, which we'll get to in a moment. So the house is already set up to just build this in already, so we don't have to worry about anything else there. We just need the money and the level. The plan is as follows. We need 60 woodcutting. As you can see, we're on 32 currently. Now the way I will be getting that 60 woodcutting is purely just by cutting oak logs and nothing else. As you can see, there are a few oaks nearby, and I'll probably just cut these ones. This will give us a good foundation of planks to start the grind on. We need 60 woodcutting in order to get access to the close sawmill to bank in the woodcutting guild, so that I can make all the oak planks that we can from the logs we cut. So that is phase 1. Let's begin the chopping. And with this tree, we made it to 60 woodcutting, and this means we can start onto phase 2. So what does phase 2 entail, you might wonder? Well, basically we need a lot of money in order to complete this mission, and there is no real better place for us than to get money from collecting steel plate bodies and whatnot from the wilderness lava maze. So basically we just need to get some big money and get going. We have gone ahead and collected all of our steel plate bodies and some earth stars because the steel bodies were contested a little bit here and there. So now is the big reveal. I will be showing how much stuff we got from the woodcutting ground, which I still haven't even looked at yet, and I will be showing you how much money we have collected. This much in steel plates and this much in stuff of earth, so it's about, you know, it's 1.2 mil or 1.3 almost. So while I was collecting this, I did look up how many oak planks I would need if I was to just use oak planks in the normal house doing construction. So I need 5,800 oak planks, but since I'm going to be doing mahogany homes, I'm pretty sure that those technically have more experience because of the bonuses you get at the end of every house. So I believe this probably might hit me in the right ballpark, but this all depends on if I actually got the right amount of oak logs. Oh, 6,800, so we definitely have enough oak logs to get us to 74 regardless, but it might be less, and this might mean that we might have more left over. And also we have a few little presents. We've got 5 beginner caskets, we've got 13 regular birds nests, 10 of the ring ones, and 1 of the, what do you call these, the god bird eggs. I want to open the caskets after the construction grind is over, but before that I will open the bird's nest, because why not? Let's just have a look. These ones are going to be pretty boring, and just a bunch of rings, nothing exciting there. Oh, dragon fruit tree, that's pretty good. I am going to alch all of these and get all my money started, and then we are going over to the woodcutting guild. So going to be 1 mil in planks. I also will need to have some extra money for more teleports as well for the mahogany hoes, because we've only got 41 lore runes left. Yeah, so let's get that done. So we'll begin with alching our stuff. So after a few magic levels, we have come up with 1.27 mil extra cash, and I'm only going to use probably about 1 mil of that on planks, and the rest of them will be on teleports. Okay, so I wanted to convert the planks, but I forgot about the 75% Hosidius favor required to get in here, so we're off to make some fertilizer. 75% Hosidius favor acquired. Now it's time to gain access to the woodcutting guild. Alright, so we've converted 4k oak planks, which should be enough. 2.8k logs left over as well. I already went and bought the runes and stuff that I thought I'd need for the teleport, so now I have 78k GP left over. 75k of that will be going onto the guard dog itself, so let's get constructing. 71 construction, 72 construction. And now all we have to do is talk to this person for the bonus experience, and that is 74 construction in the books. And the guard dog is built in the house. That is beautiful. It is now time to take out the fabled guard dog of the construction skill. And we have now come to the end of what we can do in this specific combat bracket, so all that are left is the Khazad Scorpion, which is part of the fight arena quest, but unfortunately it's not the first monster we have to fight. There's a high level ogre before it, so I'll have to wait. And we've also got the Splatter level 44, which is a pest control exception, and that will also be done later. Now it's time for a monster that we almost messed up a long time ago. We are taking on the Tizkek, so after we kill this one, we'll actually be killing the next form of it as it splits into 2 smaller Tizkeks, meaning we get to cross yet another monster off the list all the way back from combat level 22. So here is the regular Tizkek, and here are the smaller Tizkeks. Next up we are taking on skeletons, and I have deduced that the best area is here in the Edgeville dungeon, so there are only actually 2 different variants of the level 45 skeleton, so I hope that they are both going to be here, but I'm not sure if they are. There are 7 different spawns of skeleton here, so surely there's both types, right? It is unfortunately just the one type. So while I'm here, I am going to take out this one variant. Alright, down goes variant 1 with the circle shield, and after some searching I've now found 2 more level 45 skeletons, and of course both variants are here, but we are taking on this one with the rectangular shield. And down he goes, time to tick them off the list. on our way out to the desert mining camp in order to take out some mercenaries that are sitting outside the camp there. Now we can't take out the leader because combat 47, but all of his goons are level 45. I have a feeling I might need to progress into the tourist trap quest for this though, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna head over there, test it out, see what happens. Alright, here we are, and there is the captain that we can't fight, but let's get the other ones taken out hopefully. So let's have a look. Are you sure you want to attack him? Yes, I do. And get him. Wait, what the shit is going on here? Wait, am I lagging or something? Wait. What? Okay. I did not expect that, and I might have missed a little bit of info on the wiki about the whole, getting wrecked by those guys. Alright, so let's start the quest, and then we'll see if we can get them without killing the captain first this time. That's a bit annoying actually. So I've made it to the part of the quest where I'm supposed to fight the captain, and I'm gonna see if I can attack the mercenaries. Alright, so the captain is fighting me, and let's go get the mercenary. Oh god damn it, it's freaking single combat. Okay, I'm gonna reset the aggro and then see what happens. Okay, this seems to be the same dialogue as before, so I'm just gonna wait until we can take out the captain. Oh, and also I just realized I forgot to open the beginner caskets from the construction grind, well the wood cutting grind really, so here are those. And that's to be expected, nothing really good for beginners, but that's 60 total beginner clues at least. Now we need to take out a monk of Zamorak, but there is a small obstacle we need to overcome first. So the monks are in the Tavli dungeon, just over here, but in order to get through the dungeon to them normally, we would need to get a dusty key, which we can get a dusty key down here in the blacksmith's base, but we can't actually do that because we need to kill an NPC for the dusty key, who just happens to be 2 higher combat brackets higher than where I'm at now. So the alternative to that is to get 70 agility so that we can bypass the need for a dusty key through the pipe squeeze and just go straight into the dragon portion of the dungeon and just run straight through. So the reason we're going to do this instead of wait for 2 combat brackets is because I know that it is possible currently given our restrictions. It's just a bit time consuming, which is fine. So we start at 40 agility, we'll get to 70 and hopefully most likely get graceful, which sounds amazing. So let's get started. First piece of graceful. And finally, this is the full completed graceful set. And with this jump, that is 70 agility required. Time to go take on that Monk of Zamorak. Alright, not wasting any time here. Monk of Zamorak level 45, taken out. The next monster we are taking out is the giant lobster, which can be found during the Slug Menace quest, and as you can see we do need to do the Sea Slug quest as well and get some skill requirements. I'm going to start with the Sea Slug as we don't need any requirements, and then I will try to start the Slug Menace without needing to get the skills for it. And that is the Sea Slug completed. Let's go check with Sir Tiffy, and also 30 fishing. Alright, well Sir Tiffy says that we need to get a higher thieving skill, which means time for skilling. And luckily it was just 1 thieving level, so that's 30 thieving. Let's go back to Tiffy. And he also makes us do rune crafting. Oh god. I've even come down to the dungeon where I'm supposed to get in and it just seems like it doesn't exist until we start the quest. Mined 954 pure essence, and I've tried to do it so I get minimal mining levels. So as you can see, I've already got 36 mining in the chat, but I am 31 experience away from another mining level. So let's just see how far this will take us at the ZMI altar. Ah, I didn't even realize we were 1,000 total, but there you go, I guess. I mean, there's no real point in doing this in my eyes, but I might do it. I don't know. First 1,000 essence got me to 28 with 71 experience left, so I'm gonna have to mine a couple more inventories of pure essence. 30 rune crafting. So now we go and start the Slug Menace quest, and I don't think we really need to get very far in at all. I don't even actually think I need any of the skills that I got, but I had to in order to start the quest. Alright, here we are. We just got to push through the wall that I couldn't get through earlier, but now that we have proceeded in the quest, oh my god, wow, he found something. There should be, yes, level 45 lobster. Let me just put my gear on, and he shall be taken down in just a moment. Beautiful. Okay, next up on the list is a gangster. Now the way to find these gangsters is to do the organized crime activity in the Shazian house on Kurend. So what you need is 40% Shazian favor, and then you can do tackle organized crime activity, and it should be about 20 minutes from now. I'm assuming that there's multiple different types of gangster, but obviously I'll see when it arrives here. Oh, that was lucky. It did a maze random, came out, and then here we are. So we have a little 50, 50, 50, 45, 45, 45, 45, 50. Okay, so the 245 ones one has a hammer and the other one has a sword. So let's just get them. And I am very worried about this. Alright, so we'll take out the 45 first with the sword. 45 with the sword taken out. Now we'll take out the 45 with the hammer. 743 coins is a lot. I actually might kill all of the 45s. Alright, and that is the other 45 taken out. So I'll take the intelligence, I'll try to kill all of the level 45s because they have good loot, but in terms of the task, that is done. Alright, so we are now returning down into the rift down here for a Soul's Bane. So the reason we left last time is because we killed, we killed an angry bear, which is level 40, but now we're level 45, which means that we can kill the rest of the monsters in here, because there's an angry goblin, there's an angry unicorn, and along with the angry rat. So now we're here, we get to kill one of each monster, and then this means we actually get to move on to the next room, which then means that we now get to actually progress through and kill things that were previously on the list that we couldn't get to before. So let's begin. I'm going to start with the angry unicorn. Next up, we're taking out the giant angry rat. And now the angry goblin. And then we move on to the next room. Alright, in the next room, what we need to do here is take on a Fear Reaper, which will complete a monster in the level 42 combat bracket that we couldn't get to before. Alrighty, here we are. We have our Fear Reaper. We get to knock something else off. So this next room has a chance to poison me. Didn't bring any anti-poisons because I totally forgot about it. But I do need to kill a confusion beast. Okay, well, we've dealt damage on the first one, which means that we've got the right monster here. Great, alright, I am poisoned. It's only one poison damage, so hopefully it's not too bad, but I'll see you guys when I move to the next room. Alright, and now we are entering the last room where it is filled with a bunch of me's. I mean, a bunch of hopeless creatures. So basically these guys are level 40, and they actually decrease in size after every single time you kill one. And so basically my plan is I'm going to kill one of every size, and then I'll tick it off the list. I can't actually proceed any further in the quest because the boss is level 46, which means as soon as I kill all three forms of this, there's one by the way, as soon as I kill all three forms, I am just going to get the heck out of here because why waste our time? Maybe it might be a good idea to complete the room, but surely it won't take me that long. There's a second form, and hopefully I don't get PJ'd. I got PJ'd. Alright, awesome. And here is the final form. Down he goes. Alright, let me just get out of here. Here is a bit of a pickle. We have a superior monster in this bracket. So now the thing is we have only ever taken tasks from Turiel, which means we have basically got no Slayer points minus what we've got from a person of interest. So in order to first get Slayer points, our plan is simple. We will be point boosting. So now you may think this is a good thing, which in some ways it is, but this isn't fully the case here because I don't get to just choose the best Slayer master I can. I can only kill combat 45s and lower. So therefore this restricts me basically to the master Mazkana or Vanaka. But after looking at the task list, there are too many chances for Vanaka to destroy the streak and therefore not get points, so Mazkana is the only option for our points bonus task. And if you're unaware of what point boosting is and what I'm about to do, I'll just keep it simple. We do 9 tasks at Turiel or Spria, which we can do all of their tasks by the way, and on the 10th task of the streak we swap to the Slayer master that can give points, and in this case that's Mazkana, and then we basically just have to rinse and repeat that, and hopefully every time we go to Mazkina he gives us a task that we can actually do, and then we gain points that way. Mazkina gives 5 points on the 10th task and 15 on the 50th if we ever even make it there. We need 150 total points to unlock superior monsters, and we already have a bats task that we didn't finish from a while ago. I will explain the next phase when we make it to bigger and badder. Wish me luck. And also, I've just finished that bat task and we are on a 14 task streak to actually start the grind. Let's get it. This is unfortunately our first reset, but all we do is just rinse and repeat the cycle. Alright, so we're actually going to go for a new strat now to see if I can speed things up. So what I've discovered is that we can do 23 of 30 Mazkina tasks. So there are 12 tasks that are weighted at number 8. I can do 10 of those. And of the 13 tasks that are weighted at number 7, I can do 11 of them. And of the tasks weighted at 6, I can do 2 of 5. And this feels like it's pretty good odds to get a task that we can do. So what we're going to do now is as soon as we can start getting Slayer points, we're going to go for Maz, because he can give 2 points per task, and because there's only 5 points per 10 tasks of doing the other method, I should be able to get 2 tasks in a row, which is 4 points, and then that's only 1 less, and hopefully I can streak them a bit more, and then that means we'll get some more Slayer points. So this is a nice test, so off to Mazkina we go. We finally hit 150 Slayer points with that last task, and it couldn't have been more perfect, so it's time for the next step. So we're going to be buying the bigger and badder Slayer perk thing, and then we'll explain the next step. So now, if I didn't already mention this, which would be weird, but I can't remember, but the whole point of this all was to take on a Crushing Hand, which is a superior Crawling Hand. So both Mazkina and Turiel/Spreer can assign Crawling Hands. So the plan is to get a task from Mazkina. If it's not Crawling Hands, we then skip the task over at Turiel and hope for Crawling Hands there. Obviously, if it isn't Crawling Hands either time, I'll just have to do the lower level task and then start over at Mazkina. Yes, this is a bit tedious. Yes, I do have to ruin my streak for this, which is a little unfortunate. And by the way, so far we have done 126 Slayer tasks since starting this specific grind, so hopefully it's not too many more from here. And lastly, I'm doing it this way just so that you guys know that I'm not just milking things to get more Slayer points and whatnot, so I'm just going to do it the way that gives me the least amount of Slayer points. We just got our first Crawling Hands task, and so I'm going to reset the Crawling Hand streak in order just to see how many Crawling Hands it takes for us to get a Crushing Hand. No, you've got to be kidding me. I kind of had a bad feeling that this was going to happen. We got a superior Banshee, and I cannot even kill it because it's too high of a combat bracket for me. So I guess I'm just going to finish my Banshee task around it and then walk away from it, sadly. How typical to have something like this happen, bloody hell. Goodbye, superior Banshee. Oh my god. There it is, the Crushing Hand. It is beautiful. Alright, let's just kill it before anything bad happens. And down he goes. And 21 coins. Amazing. Well worth the wait. Alright, so here is the log. It only took 144 Crawling Hands to kill, and I'm not sure how many Banshees it took to get that superior, but you know. Now, I'm not going to finish the Slayer task because I don't need to, but I will just give you some stats real quick about the last little segment of Slayer task. So we completed 32 2 tasks after getting the points for bigger and badder, and also ended up skipping 14 times with Turiel, and that means we had a grand total of 158 actually completed Slayer tasks for the entire grind, and I'm not even including the amount of times I skipped the task. Now real quick, here is a bit of a stats check-in. Sorry, I did forget to check what I had before the grind, but this is where my current stats lie. We got a lot of Slayer levels, a decent chunk of strength and defense levels, and amongst other things this episode, but if you want to, just take a pause here and suss it out. There is not much more we can do in this combat bracket, unfortunately, so what is left in this bracket is the baby Tanglefoot, the brown and tan ones, and this requires a minimum of Lost City, which is a 101 combat requirement. All the guards at the desert mining camp, we cannot kill the mercenary captain to get into the camp to progress the quest, and also all of the mercenaries because we couldn't kill them when we tried. We have to come back there in a few combat brackets. The Guardian of Armadil male, which is a part of the Temple of Ikov quest, which means I need to kill level 84 first. The Undead Lumberjack I need to do in aid of the Myki to do temple trekking. We also have Vampire Juveniles, Berg de Rot variant, and Mayaditch / Dark Maya variant. The Berg de Rot variants, I went and tried to kill them, but I didn't want to add them into the video because it's already getting a bit lengthy. We went to the Crombrick Manor and tried to kill them there, but we actually need the Evandus weapon to even finish them off, so that means I can't kill them, so we have to wait for both of these vampires for the actual quest lines. And before I forget again about the caskets and stuff, here are the juicy specimens we got this episode from the task. So we have 17 beginners, 4 easies, 2 mediums. Anyways, here are the drops. Looking fly as hell. But that is going to do it for this episode. Lots of grinding this episode, some longer than expected and some a little bit unexpected of a grind, but we got through it nonetheless. So next episode we move on, of course. Hopefully it won't be as long of a wait as this one, but we will see. We never know. You can always plan things, but you never really know what's going to happen until you start. But nonetheless, I will see you guys all in the next one. See you later.